happening in Ngoketunjia. We've seen the shake-up in Ngoketunjia, and we have also seen how our FM Sako, I don't know why my device is really giving me trouble. Yeah, hold on one second. How FM Sagon has grown from a major general to a formidable field marshal after the disappointment we had from the other one, from the other guy. I don't want to call his name. My fellow Ambazonians, during the course of the past few years or months, I would say, we have seen the shakeups in our revolution. We have seen how some who once worked with us decided to disrupt the activities of this government. When you go out there and you see audios coming from our detractors and our enemies, they are basically celebrating their victory and our loss, in the sense that, according to them, whatever seed of discord they planted within our ranks has actually bore fruit. But we are here today to tell the international community and the Republic of Cameroon that Ambazonians will never give up. They may kill some of our generals. They may infiltrate our ranks. They may even bring people right into our cabinet to disrupt it. They may bring people to disrupt whatever we are doing. But there will always remain a dedicated few who will carry this battle to the end. I want to commend Mr. President for his leadership. And I want to also commend every member of government here who stood with this administration and all the Ambazonian people with excellent analytical skills who could actually see through the lines and see who is telling the truth and who is not. I saw a video out the other day when one of them was actually saying that he is in possession of $20,000 of money that they took from our account. I don't know if that was the money from Europe, from our European account or not. But what I'm going to say is this. That money belongs to the Ambazonian people. But it has now found itself in people's private account. Mr. Nanchop made that audio stating that he has, that money in his account. These are the kind of things that has actually slowed this revolution. When individuals who don't contribute to this struggle will wake up one day, go into the treasury and siphon money from it. Well, you know what? We are still here, and I believe we're going to make Ambazonia proud. So I'm going to leave it at that. I have been really busy because I was traveling, so I didn't really prepare a speech. So this is just coming from the top of my head. So I'll hand it over to the chairman. Thank you again, Lord Tutunja. Thank you.
Thank you, Vice President. Thank you so much. Ngoketunjia is strong and with the structures. There's nobody that is above the people of Ngoketunjia, even though the other brother is keeping Major General Shao Mao just because he was doing his duty, and also Captain Viper of Babungo. They are all with him. So Ngoketunjia is strong, is coming up strong, and everything will be fine. I will take this opportunity also to introduce our Secretary of State of Defense that will come in with something special. Secretary, the microphone is yours.
Thank you, Chairman and County Coordinator for Ngoketunjia, the Commander-in-Chief, the Vice President, Madam Speaker, members of Cabinet here present, all counties, LGAs, administrators here present, fellow Ambazonians, dear invited distinguished guests, welcome to Ngoketunjia. On behalf of the ARFs which I give them 21 gun salute for their braveness. We say welcome, Mr. Commander-in-Chief. The ARFs said I should whisper something in your ear, beginning with happy birthday. And besides that, they have promised that they are at the foot of Sabga, waiting for you. They are ready for you, and they want to let the enemy know that they have uncountable commandos ready for action. And they promise that down the road, whatever Ambazonians would donate will go a long way to inflict the highest pain on our enemies. Why should I even be explaining what they say? Watch it for yourself.
Of 8-2022. Now, na picking them this, the AR of them, when Ngoketunjia, with them being led by General the only brother, neither of front. Second by the commando way, it train these picking them. Now look how now go see them. It be followed by Denzi. It be followed by General Fire. It be followed by Never Die. It be followed by I know if you can't all. I'm gonna look am. We get born to live. Other picking them, other people them so when I see them. When I get a booby. I'm gonna see them now when I picking them. They don't come out today and they fire that way me at the top. It the born people. You know this spare man. I'm gonna see them. When I look them. Now when I picking them. When I see them, that never die that. When I look I'm fine. When I see them, I then that. I rambo that. I hate that. When I look them, then all them, then they for line. Then say they want to make Ambazona, then see them. Now the second batch this, yeah, for the training them way in Ngoketunjia County, get them. And that the AR of them. When I look I'm fine, and they for a very long line. Then they talk, they salute all man inside Ambazonia. Both the people them get Ambazonia at heart, and one the way them not get them. And they talk to the beg say the only thing we need them from Ambazonia is them prayers and one mop. Because when I see them pack for here like granite so. Now so they are hard day. No man no day way he wicked some man. So he the beg now forget about that foolish people them. That coup plotters them. That black leg them, they say no get time for black leg. So then the beg now. Now Sako this way they talk so. He the beg now. Say una do her, una put hand for pocket. Me man no put am way the vex na vex. Me man no put am way they don't force in na force am. He the beg say anything we man want do make it be out of his heart. So that he go a long way for help this picking them. Them don't decide. Dear papa, when a man will get the second bash, they are the only bros he want a moon, I take eye on a chop market. He don't try, na born to leave this. He don't try, na commander this. That name now wait again. Na tiger. The commander from Bamungoso. They don't make and do one selection na the whole Ngoketunjia this. Mona see them, they don't decide. See the one time they don't hide the one for long. Make Ambazonian put it and see them. Mona look and fine. And them this. They don't have a show now. Ambazonian people they must alone now. Na Sako the talk.
Recording in
He
progress.
want time for show now. Some selected few them. Out of where to get them. And this one so for now. I'm gonna check what you wanna do. Mona forget that selfishness. That wicked people them. That shit no why blast them. That coup plotters them. That bad people. That materialistic people them. We all their own never find our money. They forget about people them way they don't lose their lives. If you check about General Spoiler way don't go. If you check about General Man Pass Man. If you check about any, you will see I'm saying now people that are picking them. And as them go, we still there that's so. Now commando them this. Una see na General the only brother for corner. He talks to me, Sako wait. Make it show Ambazona then wait where he get them. Mona look am fine. Na second batch this, we don't move am. Una look am. Mona look am, una go see am. He say no, he want to make Ambazona them then see am say people them there for ground. Inside Ngoketunjia, picking them there, they don't decide and they don't decide. They don't swallow a stone. Yeah, una see them, and them be this. Una look am. Commander Bamungo them there. Una look am fine. Una look am, una see am. So wait way he the back, na say, I'm gonna find all way, and the party is there for back. I'm gonna find all way, una see. I says, fire, don't say it too, you know, like, una look am, na then this. Una stand me then see una. Una stand me then see una. Muna look am, na them this. And Bajonia put their back. He the back. Muna look am. I never even count them all. Muna see. Then the back. Saturday na day way. Then give a jury all thing them with the draft. He the back when I say Muna draft. So that do her. They go fit buy material them for the people then go and see us and they empty hands. So when I see them, them be that. So I'm Bajonia for them. Wait you then the beg too, na prayers. And now one mob, make all we do together. Because now one mob we go take we for boya. Muna forget about that bandit and that tip people them, that coup plotter them. That finish for that pampas for them, we then there for your own day. That 2,000 they give una so I beg una Muna no say tomorrow you go finish. This was land of plenty. Now wait away, he go give you all thing. We get all thing. So as we make them so we welcome Commander-in-Chief, Dr. Sako Samuel Ekome, for Ngoketunjia. Now it is. I salute una. I second this for behind the microphone. I go beg una. Say as una they see them now, una picking them. Una see how them plenty. Go show no me then see them. You stand one place, go show them all me then see them. Yes. Una look am, come back. Una see them now, una picking them so. And them get a speech, and Ngoketunjia this, then get a speech they want to present them for una Ambazonian people. And this speech will be presented by Sagon. He go start and he go beg to make it go now for English. Mr. President, the Commander-in-Chief, Dr. Sako Samuel Ekome, the Vice President, the Speaker of the Interim House of Representatives, members of Cabinet, county coordinators and LGHS, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the Ambazonian Restoration Forces, the ARFs of Ngoketunjia County, I wish to welcome the Commander-in-Chief and his delegation to Ngoketunjia, the land of plenty. Mr. President, the ARFs are eager to hear from you. They believe and trust in your vision and mission. We, the ARFs, have dedicated all we have to defend homeland. Over the years, we have improved our ability to defend our communities gearing towards Boya. However, we still have many challenges that slow our capacity. Our work materials, the sick, the wounded, the fighters are just a few of our pressing needs. We come before you today to assure you that we will continue to fight till our entire territory is free. We are calling on Ambazonians of goodwill to support us by drafting, as your draft will go a long way to defeat our oppressors. Support us to win this war. We have the manpower and capability to defend our people. However, I want all Ambazonians to take note. A draft is compulsory, and those not contributing will face tough times down the road. We, the ARLs, have pledged our lives for the cause. Therefore, all must support the war till the end, or deal with citizen arrest due to non-compliance. To sum up, we, the ARLs from Ngoketunjia County, will continue to do our part, while our brothers and sisters, especially those in the diaspora, should support our efforts. Let me also remember our people and heroes who have given their lives. We have General Spoiler, may his soul rest in peace, General Mampasman, the Wicked Master, General Trouble, General Unknown, and even Anini, who have paid the ultimate price with their lives. We want to thank the people of Ambazonia for your kind and continuous support. Long live the Federal Republic of Ambazonia, short live the struggle.
Hail, hail, hail the Son of Glory, with the Amazonia pledge and loyalty. Praise the Son, our Savior, who granted us our freedom. Allegiance to the hero who bought this land with your blood. Glory to glory, who rise and never to fall. Yeah, in our nation, for him we make our money. Glory, glory, glory to the Father for making a nation and joy forevermore. Ambazonia, land of freedom, you shall live in plenty, meet in our need. And your children shall be like the stars above. The Most High God be the watchman of his nation. Ambazonia, land of freedom, you shall live in plenty, meet in our need. And your children shall be like the stars above. The Most High God be the watchman of his nation. Hail the Lamb of glory, with the Amazonia, pledge and loyalty. Praise the Son, our Savior, who granted us our freedom. Allegiance to the hero who bought this land with your blood. Glory to glory, who rise and never to fall. Yeah, in our nation, for him we make our money. Glory, glory, glory to the Father for making a nation and joy forevermore. Ambazonia, land of freedom, you shall live in plenty, meet in our need. And your children shall be like the stars above. The Most High God be the watchman of his nation. Amazonia, land of freedom, you shall live in plenty, meet in our need. And your children shall be like the stars above. The Most High God be the watchman of his nation.
Thank you. Thank you, Ngoketunjia ARFs. The Commander-in-Chief of the Federal Republic of Ambazonia, you have heard the ARFs clearly. Those who fail to draft now will face tough times down the road. And those who are not drafting have the consequences of citizen arrest. It's coming from the home front. It's not coming from the diaspora. Let it be clear. And the anthem was sung twice because the second anthem was for the president's birthday tomorrow. Your Excellency, you are welcome. Number one, are you there?
Paddy, we can't get you.
Paddy, on mute. You starting with the anthem?
Yeah,
Yeah,
the president
President
can
can just come in
directly,
directly,
please.
Okay.
The anthem
The
was for
anthem
the
was for the
president
president
to come
to
in.
come in.
What's going on with
Going
the
on with the
screen?
screen.
Everybody is doing some magic.
Mm.
Technology.
Technology.
Please, may we have every co-host May we have every co-host mute themselves, please?
Chair Lady of the Let me acknowledge my Vice President here present, Mr. Eric Ati, Speaker of the Interim House of Representatives, Dr. Winnie Lubati, Chair Lady of the Ethics Committee of Ambazoni, Madame Dorothy Go. Then the following trusted close collaborators in Central Administration, Mr. Frank Cheng, Secretary of State for Self-Defense and Security, then Dr. Martin Mungwa, Secretary of State for Communication and IT, and Dr. Lula Tong, Vice Chair of this committee, and Dr. Amos Tumenta, Board Chair of the ABC Television. For the Interim House of Representatives, the Honorable Dr. John Chidanta, representative for Babisi, Honorable Otto Tiale, representative for Balikumbat, Honorable Ernest Poe, representative for DOP. At the county level, the county coordinator and chair of Babisi local government area, Dr. Amos Tumeta. Mr. Claude Chi, chairman of the local government area. Comrade Sama Jira, Balikumbat LGA chair. My dear people of this great county, Ngoketunjia, fellow comrades, fellow Ambazonians, we may have our disagreements in this struggle, but that does not make right wrong and wrong right. Permit me to begin with a statement concerning the confirmed arrest and disappearance of Comrade Abdul Karim, a son of this great county. To the best of our knowledge, it is past 14 days now since he was reportedly arrested by the Bulubeti Talks Amenda. And as president of the interim government, I approved his involvement in the Swiss-led process in 2019. It is common sense to expect that his role in that process to seek a lasting just peace in this conflict obviously put him in constant contact with relevant stakeholders and actors in this country. To call him a secession apologist is preposterous. And supposing he was indeed an apologist, he is no more an apologist than many we have witnessed on their political talk shows in the Republic. To those keeping him, if you have a genuine case against Karim, we demand that you tell us his crime and tell us where he is kept. If the CPD and bloody test began, the mastermind of his arrest have any private issue to settle with him, let us know now that you have it. Whatever the circumstances surrounding his arrest, his place, like that of our innocent Nera 10, is not in Bia's death camps or concentration camps. He will not be another Wasis. With actions like this, I have ordered a review of the IG's position towards the delayed Swiss-led process. It will make sense after 3 years of kicking the can down the road to let the world see how the Republic of Cameroon has decided to go on to kill the Swiss process. We will make this obvious to our international stakeholders that Cameroon is really an enemy to peace. Let me be the one to welcome you all here, home in Ngoketunjia. For your information, I am now son of the soil here. Home does not look any way better than here. The spirit of Amazonia runs here. There is resistance running through the veins of the people of this great country. You are a people who have stood firm in your conviction and determination to deliver a free homeland to the next generation. Moreover, this great county is like the recharging unit of our liberation movement. When we visit Ngoketunjia County, we come to recharge our revolutionary battery. We come to take back with reassurance everything concerning our resistance, the heroic energy needed to continue this patriotic duty of liberating our homeland. As we do this today, let us remember the stanza of our revolutionary anthem. It says, "Allegiance to the heroes who bore the land with their blood. We doff our hats to the heroes and heroines, our Ambazonia Restoration Forces in Ngoketunjia, who laid down their lives for this noble cause, as well as the numerous innocent civilians, including babies, who have been massacred by the Yaoundé genocidaires. Let's honor their ultimate sacrifices to our nation as we pursue the liberation quest. A minute of silence, please. May their spirit continue to guide us as we continue our liberation journey. The Amber Peace Plant blueprint, which we adopted in ASSC 1 in Berlin in 2019, was aimed at mobilizing our community base in a way to galvanize our self-defense endeavors, strengthen the bond between the enabling diaspora and the actors in the home front, and ensuring long-term sustainability of our liberation projects. Without a doubt in my mind, Ngoketunjia stands out as a pacesetter in the implementation of the Amber Peace Plan. Is it her effective community mobilization? Is it her active commitment to the end goal? Or her loyal and selfless ARF leadership on the ground? All of the above is the answer. Your kind of commitment and that of your brave sons and daughters in the resistance stand out as measuring rods in our liberation story. That's why even when one of their sons, who was leading the defunct Restoration Council, spearheaded the unsuccessful constitutional coup d'etat within the IG last year, so this year. You were the first people to call him out. You stood by for the institution, knowing that the Amazonia we are all fighting for cannot be built on a foundation of tribalism, nepotism, and lies. You chose the truth over deceit and manipulation. You, the people of Ngoketunjia, literally foiled that coup that had a hidden agenda to dismantle the eye of our liberation machine, the IG, and sell its parts to the enemy for 30 pieces of silver. If you ever doubted the rectitude of your decision to wrestle on the side of truth during this extreme falsehood, slander, vicious manipulation, and bloated egos, the present distraction, the revolutionary naivete all over social media by the same actors is your answer. What a cacophony on social media today. Like the sharp noise of a carpenter's chisel driving down the owner's spine, tearing us like a beast, not minding how their foolishness affects our scoreboard. Thank you again, Ngoketunjia. You put Amazonia first. Having seen in advance what many are only realizing now, you should be proud of your patriotism and your good judgment. We are here today to join you in continuing the solidification of the promises we made as a determined people when we met in Washington only recently to disrupt the evil plots of the enemy-sponsored agents amongst us during the ASSC-2, which were to reconstitute and reconsolidate our liberation movement while empowering our Amazonia restoration forces with what they needed to continue defending our homeland. We are here today to support a very special county whose execution of our national security strategic plan following the previous two drafts of 2020 and 2021 leaves no doubt in anyone's mind that their ability to monitor and account for funds put at their disposal by Amazonia is unrivaled. Let me use this opportunity to appreciate the leadership, especially the financial team of Ngoketunjia County, for their exemplary financial management skills. This would not have been possible, of course, without effective leadership on the ground. Many thanks to Major General Shaumao for laying that foundation from the very beginning. In fact, the great county of Ngoketunjia stands out as a reference point in our strategy for what we envisaged in Germany when we put in place the Amber Peace Plan in 2019. That was why those who said county by county strategy will divide Amazonia, they should come here and see that they were dead wrong and they're wrong. The Amber Peace Plan strategy has rather preserved the struggle by sharing the responsibility to protect to smaller units managed by grassroots communities for better intelligence gathering, transparency, and accountability in the management of resources. That is why when the enemy thought their efforts of riddling the fighting spirit and limiting the war operations of the once feared fighter, FM No Pity Ngoketunjia, by pitching proxy groups against our genuine ARFs in Ngoketunjia were paying off, Ngoketunjia County was swift to undo the strategy by commending an even more dreaded and valiant warrior in the person of FM Sako to lead self-defense charge in this great county. Today, the ARFs of Ngoketunjia have been restructured counter the enemy's strategy in the present context. Thank you, F. Sagon, for stepping into the command leadership as a team leader. I seize this opportunity to call on the rogue elements holding Major General Shao to set him free on threat with immediate effect. Amazonia needs more warriors in the war front and not in the captivity of any fellow Amazon. Groups should know that those that live by the sword die by the sword. If you kill the innocent for refusing to unite with you, rest assured that you too will die by the same sword within the unity you are killing to foster. A lesson on the law of karma is a must for all who desire to lead, especially in a bloody war like this. How can any genuine fighter still fighting the enemy disarm a colleague and prevent him from fighting the enemy he is fighting? If you call that strange, that is an understatement. It is insanity that defies contribution. Let's remember the images of charred enemy bodies and the tanks of La République du Cameroon genocidal talks as they ventured into the stretch of no return in the plains of Bambala, sending shock waves to the people of La République du Cameroon and demoralizing their ill-trained amateur genocidal scouts, causing many to desert their army and discouraging many to enlist into that genocidal military. There are no more flukes in this. Our ARFs in Ngoketunjia, as in other counties, they know what to do and do it when they have to do it. The recent extraction of enemy forces in Ngoketunjia, led by our most dreaded ARF brigades, is causing repeated nightmares in the Republic of Cameroon forces and denying their commanders the opportunity to spew out false propaganda claiming control over our territory. To all our valiant Amazonian Restoration Forces in the brigades of Ngoketunjia, I say thank you for lifting the spirits of Amazonia when our liberation focus was being derailed by the Republic of Cameroon contractors among us in the name of coup plotters. You remain focused even when you face an internal crisis of betrayal and allegiance, sticking to the basic tenet of your training, which is respecting your chain of command. The jaguars of Bambi, the vampires of Bambi, the black lions of Bambi, the black angels of Bambi, the mountain tigers of Babawan, the brigades of Malikumbat and Bafaji. You are some of the finest of our restoration forces and the pride of Amazonia. Your courage and determination and dedication are second to none, and your patriotic sense of commitment by answering the call to service is the highest sacrifice any citizen of Amazonia can offer this nation. As your commander-in-chief, I salute your resistance with pride, knowing what you go through daily in the savannah plains of Ngoketunjia. Because of you, the chief butcher in Yaoundé, Paul Biya, who has slaughtered more than 45,000 of our compatriots, cannot just send his trucks to drive through your streets of Ngoketunjia in a home run with impunity as before. Because of you, these La République du Cameroon savages cannot just come into your land and shoot innocent 3-year-old babies like baby Abigail and her mother, who were shot point blank as they walked to the market square on that fateful day, 2020, without paying a price. Because of you, La République du Cameroon barbaric thugs now understand what awaits them when they are sent or deployed to our territory to set our villages and settlements ablaze and kill our innocent people. They say goodbye to their sorrowing families with the certainty that they may never return alive. You char many of their bodies to dust in the dusty streets of Ngoketunjia, denying the enemy families, the luxury of paying their last respect to their wasted corpses. Just as they buried thousands of our massacred innocent civilians in unknown mass graves. Sometimes they are even forced to abandon their corpse, the corpse of their dogs in the bushes, and tell their families they deserted from the army. So when official figures tell you 1,400 soldiers have been killed in Amazonia, you have to multiply this by 4 or 5 and add the many that have actually deserted from that barbaric army. I believe the true figure is somewhere in between their official figures of dead and the total number recruited by La Republic of Cameroon since the launching of this senseless war in 2017. Amazonia is here today to support you like never before. So dear ARF, fellow comrades in arms, as you carry on this audaciously, the Sako's mission of defending our vulnerable people and our territory during this time of war, we are with you. Your courage and sacrifice are second to none as you assume front lines in this liberation war. We are gathered tonight not just as a country, but as a nation to give you what you need to upgrade your arsenal by drafting big, so you may be ready at all times to confront the ferocious genocidal monsters face to face and send them packing from our land, either in bags or in stretchers. Valiant ARFs in Ngoketunjia, I am confident that when Amazonians contribute during this draft tonight, it will not only be to support a great county like Ngoketunjia, it will be a show of appreciation for your selflessness and tenacity, and a seed will be sown to launch a new phase of firepower and take back our country sooner than later. My dear people of Bamuka, Balikumba, and Babisi local government areas, sons and daughters of Ngoketunjia in the home front, I am not unaware of the collective pain meted on you, the home front, by the colonial regime in your county since this liberation war was declared on us in 2017. You have stood the worst humiliation by the colonialists because of your stance against our 60-year-old subjugation. You are never again meant, never again, no matter what. The massacre, the disappearances, the burning of our homes, of your homes, and the arbitrary arrests and extortion by colonial thugs are like bed pangs we are enduring during this genocidal war. With all this, you have not lost faith in our liberation, because you know there is no small price to pay for one's dignity, especially by a people who have endured a lifetime of collective punishment and exploitation. As your leader, I feel your pain, and I am confident that the journey in front of us is shorter than the journey we have covered. Let's not give up now. Let's continue to resist the enemy as if there will be no dawn. Let's all continue to support each other psychologically and financially, especially our refugees and IDPs, some of whom are in dire conditions. That's why we are gathered here tonight once more to draft, and draft. Financial warriors here present, fellow countrymen and women, thank you for showing up strong again in Ngoketunjia tonight to support one of our best pillars of our liberation quest. Thank you for coming. You, our financial warriors, are also the fuel by which this our liberation engine grows. The ARFs, refugees, IDPs, and prisoners rely on you for the sustenance of this struggle, because just like the ARFs, you have been in constant aggressive action in your financial self-defense efforts for 3 years now. This is a patriotic civic commitment that every true Amazonian should be proud of. I enjoin you all, despite your hurt, to always give a listening ear to some of our comrades who find themselves on the fence or are now watching us from the windows amidst the disorder engendered by our darkest emotions, wondering if we can welcome them back. In your maturity, engage them and usher them to come in and welcome them back if they want to join us again to finish this liberation task cut out for us by destiny. That is called revolutionary maturity. The strong in character forgive. The weak will do what is easier, find excuses out of this world to stay away from forgiveness and the truth. Fellow compatriots here present, if you want to know the value of a king, feign his death to the world on every April Fool. I bet you that there are people who will rejoice each time. Those who will rejoice are either his haters, those who have failed to bring him down, or are envious losers who think they don't need a king because they are not of the royal family. Such are likely enemy pretenders who probably confessed love for the king that lied. So is our IG. Anytime we have challenges, it unites our enemies. There are certain groups of so-called patriots who rejoice more than the Republic when we're in problems. Why so? They don't only rejoice, they join ranks to make the bad situation worse for the IG and our assignment. Look, for example, at the attitude of the do-nothing groups in the diaspora and on the home front today. They make no contributions, no support for fighters and the vulnerable, then they make the loudest noise on social media against the interim government. They join forces with our enemy, the Republic of Cameroon, to attack the best horse, probably the only horse in the fight representing Amazonia. Why? Here is my conclusion. I think, morally speaking, empathy flows from above, not from below. If morally you are not on a higher pedestal, you cannot truly empathize the demise of anyone who is better than you materially or in achievement. When you are full of vices such as hatred, jealousy, evil, they transform you into a sadist, hating us, hating the IG more than your original enemy. Hence, they wish the IG death or failure, because if they don't have it, then Amazonia does not need it. Let's get used to this and focus on our job, IG. If we don't do the work, if this IG falters, nothing will be done. And these same haters will still criticize us for not doing the job. Let me thank the people of Ngoketunjia at home and in the diaspora for standing firmly with this interim government. You are the hope of our people in the home front. And those who are in foreign lands as refugees depend on you. That one day they will have a completely liberated country, Amazonia, to call home. Please, don't fail them. My appeal to you tonight is simple. Don't relent in your financial support to our liberation cause. Draft tonight generously, and remember, we are in Ngoketunjia, the recharge house on the rock of our liberation movement, the place where the Republic of Cameroon genocidal hoodlums go to perish. We will overcome, and one day Amazonia will be free because you played your part by drafting today. Let the 2022 draft for Ngoketunjia County kick off now. Viva the great people of Ngoketunjia County. Viva our brave Amazonia Restoration Forces. Viva the Federal Republic of Amazonia, and God bless our beautiful country. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you,
Thank you very
Mr.
much,
President.
Mr. President, thank you
Thank
very
you.
much, Mr. President.
Fantastic.
Very, very well.
Well done. Well
Oh,
done.
beautiful, beautiful.
Good job.
Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you.
Wow.
We clap for our president.
Well done. Ben.
Yes,
Wow.
so, yes, so, yes, so,
Wow.
yes,
Clap,
so.
oh, we clap, oh, we clap, we clap.
So yeah,
Now we clap for our president. We clap for
Fantastic.
Mr.
Mr.
President.
President never disappoints.
Thank you, Mr. President, for that speech, for that good narrative.
Thank you very much, Mr. President.
Thank you.
I think we are now. There's still a lot of noise.
Yes, you can go ahead, please.
Yeah, okay.
SG, unmute and speak, please.
Okay. Yeah, thank you very much, Mr. President, for that wonderful speech. We in Ngoketunjia, we really appreciate it. You can consider Ngoketunjia as your second home. Each time you come to Ngoketunjia, we feel really blessed to have you around. And we thank you for your service to Amazonia and for the great job you are doing. So next on the agenda, we will just we'll have a short music interlude. Since we are already late, because here in Europe it's 12:30, it's midnight. So I don't think we will. If we have to have music interlude, let it be very short. Then after that, we will go straight to resource. We'll hand over to resource mobilization for the drafting session. So, Chairman, did you have any music interlude for us?
Yeah, we have Macaro that have to read the rules. I think we can just move straight since we are late.
Yes.
Then
yes.
after that, we just introduce the resource mobilization.
Okay, that would be great.
Thank you.
Macaro, you in the house?
Yeah, I thought she is in the house.
Yeah, let me unmute her. Unmute yourself.